Wright 1848 says, do the pros outweigh the cons to using PEDs? I think we both have the same opinion. But
for me, it's going to be yes.
Yeah, but say why? Because you're in chronic kidney disease. So it means a lot for you to say yes at this point. Because looking back in your life, you're like, I don't, I got more pros.
I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with how I look, I don't know. I mean, I've came off before.
Bostin, you're actually a legitimate biohacker. You're not just like, I don't like that word. It sounds ridiculous, but you're actually like one of the first biohackers because you like seeing the effects of the drugs almost more than competing.
Yeah, the competing is not the reason at all.
Yeah.
No.
You like experimenting.
If the bodybuilding died out, I would still be taking steroids. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Dude, it's more the trial and error and like seeing what drugs do. Like today, sorry, I have heartburn. Today, I think the reason why I was so strong was because I took T&E with the injectable YK.
Oh, wow. Interesting combination.
Dude, I felt strong.
Wow. I miss T&E. I wish there was some kind of pharmaceutical T&E.
Yeah, and I just took 50 mgs,
Yeah, I think I might add that in at like 10 milligrams or 20 milligrams in the mornings. Just to have a circadian testosterone where you have a little bit of a boost every morning. I don't know if it would make a difference, but
the first time I took it, I got blue balls. The first time back on it.
Blue balls? Why?
I heard, and I talked to some people. They get it on their first time too. Blue ball. You've heard of blue balls where your balls get sore?
Yeah. Oh, get sore. Interesting. Yeah, probably because it seeps into them. By the way, the testosterone can absolutely seep into the balls.
Yeah, every time, Leo, I get on a cycle and I'm off, I get major blue balls.
That's funny. Yeah, but I don't know if they want my opinion, but I think honestly, like even though I probably harm my health a lot from using high doses, which by the way I didn't need to do. Like not everybody who uses PEDs tries to experiment like I did or like Bostin did. So not everybody needs to do that. But even what I did, I don't regret it at all, and I wouldn't take it back. Even though I changed my lifestyle and became very healthy, it was unlike smoking. Like I smoked for 15 years too. So smoking, I regret. That was not overall, like there was no benefit to that. That was stupid and it was unfortunate and so on. But steroids, there were a lot of benefits. Like you learn your personality changes, you can see changes in yourself. It's so fun when you're on Trembolone, for example, and seeing daily changes in your strength or whatever.
Not to mention the great pumps.
I mean, it's really fun. It's almost worth it, whereas smoking was not really that fun, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Eustace...
Did Scott Mendelson ever tear his pec?
Yes. He did.
He did.
Very badly. And that's why he only shirted benches now. He doesn't do raw.
And he got his fixed?
No. I don't think he got it fixed. No, I don't think you ever seen that picture of him that he's all blue?
Oh,
the famous picture?
Dude, I have seen that picture. I wonder if he got it fixed.
No, I don't think he did. I've talked to him about it a few times. That's really harmed his career.
And he still benches with he's nuts.
He benches with a shirt, so it's not as much on the pec, but he still does over 1,000 all the time in the gym. I don't know how I'm supposed to say this, but yeah, he always does. I just talked to him today, actually. He's such a upbeat guy.
Yeah, he could do 1,000 with a shirt on. That's insane.
You can do 1,000. Sometimes he does like, I think, don't quote me, but 1,100, 1,050 at 50 years old. He's really weirdly strong, man. Have you ever met him? Did you ever go to his gym?
Of course I met him. I met him he probably doesn't remember, but I met him at the Venice Beach. He was wobbling around. Something happened with his foot.
Yeah, his foot's messed up. But do you remember shaking his hand like it's like concrete?
Is his hand, is he a good arm wrestler?
I mean, for me, he's a good arm wrestler. He's not, because look, arm wrestling is the opposite of bench pressing. Bench pressing is like this, and these guys are pulling in. So it's totally opposite, but he's ridiculously strong. Like you can't turn his wrist. No one can turn his wrist.
I looked at the best arm wrestler in the world, and they're not even that muscular. It's bizarre.
No, some of them are. Some
of them are. The best guy in the world isn't.
My friend who I've traveled with twice, Dmitry Trubin, he used to be ranked #1 in the world. He is muscular. Some of the audience could
Some aren't.
Some of them look like they live at a bar and have never ever exercised before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I actually had an arm wrestler on my show who's like a top arm wrestler, Kevin Merritt. He mentioned actually Vazgen, my trainer, was asking him. He's like, "You don't look like you work out," because the guy looks like he drinks a lot. He doesn't even drink though, but he doesn't work. It doesn't look like he work out, but a lot of it is tendon and all that other kind of strength. So it's the opposite of bodybuilding. Anyway, Eustace asks, "Have you tried DHB or Ment?" I assume you've tried both.
DHB or Ment? Yeah, both of them.
What is DHB like, by the way?
DHB, it has a, by the way, if you have real DHB, that shit hurts. Like there's some pip. I used this shit before. I'll never use it again. It's in my room. I'll never touch it. It's called DHB base.
Oh, I've heard of it.
It's like DHB suspension, dude. That shit fucked me up so bad. You got to heat it for every. But DHB, I like to say it's like a supercharged EQ.
So does it
similar to EQ?
Why did someone compare it to Trend to me?
Because it's stronger than EQ, and I can see why they could compare it to Trend. The chemical structure is closer to EQ.
Yeah,
it's just strong. It's a very high end. Yeah, it's an androgen.
When you were on Met, were you very, very bloated? Was it unbearable?
Very, very watery.
So you can't use it realistically.
Muscle, yeah. You remember how like all these new compounds, dude? Like it's so overrated.
No,
like,
they brought this out to make money. I know that for sure. But
yeah, it's for kids that like can't put on weight. So all the kids on the forums rave about it because it makes their weight go up no matter what.
Oh, interesting.
I got to like 280 bloated as hell on it.
The adventures of Boston. You know, if you had a cameraman living with you the last few years, there would be a lot of fun times for everyone. And especially because you're always in a good mood and like happy go lucky and, you know, doing these things. Anyway, so he also asked, do you notice a major difference between pharmaceutical and UGL products? If so, for which compounds and what were the effects? Did you require a lower dose? I'm copying some Russian pharma parabolin or I don't know what it is. Parabolin, the trend hex.
Can you say that again? What's the question?
So basically, he's saying, do you notice a difference between UGL and pharmaceutical stuff? If so, how? Do you have to like reduce the dose?
There's no such thing as pharmaceutical grade Trend, but I have used vet grade Trend that was made from Finaplex tablets. I had somebody crush up Finaplex and make it and brew it for me, and it was strong as fuck. The cool thing about Finaplex, dude, is you don't get the cough.
Yeah, but the thing is, so when we were talking about this privately, so do you prefer testosterone that's not UGL?
No, I use anything. I'll mix them up.
Yeah, but
like
say
right now you half UGL, half farm.
No, but we're talking about different. No, say it was your final competition ever, and now you're using the real stuff. Pharma for everything that you could get. Okay,
dude, I hoard all the pharma. If I ever did compete again on dialysis, I have all the pharma stuff.
So it would be all pharma at that point, right?
Well,
yeah.
With what you can use pharmaceutical,
it would be
pharmaceutical.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So,
except on the growth hormone, I'm not going to pay 8 IUs for farm. I would do 4 IU pharma, 4 IU generic.
Interesting. See, this is where it takes knowing Boston to be able to get the answer, because I know that you have like it's different now. You'll use UGL because you're not taking it seriously, but if you take it seriously, you'll switch over. Exactly. So I'll just mention briefly though. I did use Tren Hex in the Middle East, and it was strong. And also I used Tren Ace in the Middle East and Tren Enanthate, and all were stronger than any UGL I tried in the US. Just I don't know.
You got it shipped here or when you lived out there?
No. When I lived there, I got the Pakistani and Iranian.
Ooh, that probably was good.
Yeah, that stuff is really strong, honestly. That stuff is very strong. And
that's probably that shit that Hottie uses. That's why he doesn't want to move to the US.
I'm telling you, man. He really is actually. I'm sure he's using that stuff because we were in Dubai. We were getting the same stuff from Iran. You know, I love the Iranian bodybuilders who would probably be bringing that stuff over. And that stuff is strong. You start injecting Tren, you're 22 years old, you're peeing brown in 3 days. You're by accident. You didn't even intend to overdo it. That's really strong stuff.